the SEO part of it, even though I'm going to seed it with a lot of great data, it's something that you guys can help with. And I'm not saying I want you to write articles on here that's like you're just spending all your time writing articles for me. No, you treat it like Reddit. You write an article on your website, and then you put a little link to it inside of your platform. So let's talk about some of those things. Let's kind of like show some of the ways you guys can get some traffic, not just to your profile, but also to your website. So
just a quick do out.
Yeah.
You're right on, man, because I probably personally know 100 attorneys within a 50-mile radius. Every one of them will say, talking to you, give me a friction-free experience, and the value that I pay will allow me to do more volume.
Yeah. And being able to have a seamless experience. Okay, being able to like order their just like I showed you that ordering process. That's the same ordering process that they'll have if they're an attorney. If they're not an attorney, I have it set up where they can choose individual if they're not a law firm, and it actually just uploads the documents. They don't even have to map it out or whatever, because they're going to get confused. Like, what do I do here? And then you'll need to look at it and map it out, and you'll know it's an individual, not an attorney, when you get the bid accepted, and you'll be able to check the documents. They probably weren't signed or whatever, and so it could go into your pending drafts, and then you're just waiting for them to fix their documents so that you could. So there's a step and a process for everything, and it's going to be broken 10 ways to Sunday, I'm sure at first, but let's see.
Makes us money and makes improvements. And my last comment, and I'll go back on Monitor, is early in my career. I don't know, for those of you maybe too young, the Cartoon Network, I was in charge for all the SpongeBob e-commerce. And so people really didn't care how much the end cost was, as long as they got their product before Christmas. And you would be surprised.
Yeah, they do. They pay a premium. Exactly. Yeah. No, I appreciate that, Alan. That's good feedback. So when you guys, so the thing that I think is important, and go ahead, if you guys think of something, go ahead and raise your hand. I want to, actually, let me go back, because I kind of went from the affidavit, jumped away from that. Does anybody have any more questions about the affidavits? Not affidavits, onboarding, creating a new job. I've been building affidavit builder all morning. So creating a job process, is there something you see from what I went over that would like make this better? Because you guys already gave me feedback. You said, well, I think Adele said, well, I want to be able for it to pull the job data as well. If you have a field sheet, you'll be able to give it here, or even a file sheet. Like a lot of times attorneys will put all the information in the email, so you could download that PDF. It's also important to note that this is a different flow. Anybody who comes through the directory, I'm managing it very carefully to get them so that their experience is great on the front end. But once it hits you, it's already in your My Jobs. Like, you don't have to do all of the stuff I'm showing you. But as a software for you to use for your clients, that's what this is all about, right? You're uploading your own. However you got the documents, you want to upload them. This is the process. Just to kind of make it clear. No questions?
Real quick. Are you planning on following a traditional software model like alpha, beta, gold?
What do you mean?
Like when you release this, I'm going to decline that.
You're talking about plans?
Yeah, for like when you go to roll out the website, like make it live so people can use it and everything. Are you planning on like releasing an alpha version of it and then doing updates, releasing beta, and then going into gold? Or is that kind of the rollout?
No, yeah, that would make my developer happy. No, instead I'm going to release the gold version first. Okay. And then we're going to have
don't be going like Bethesda on us.
Yeah. And then we're going to have a lot of issues that need to be fixed. But one of the core things is you can just fix things so fast, so fast. So like, that's why those beta testers that come in, they use it, you'll be able to say, hey, this is broken. I'll have it fixed in 10 minutes, So cool. That's the cool thing about it now, because I use AI. It looks through the 250,000 lines of code that's already been built, and it pinpoints it. Boom, there it is online. Yeah, and I'm not exaggerating. It's over 250,000 lines of code already. So with the AI and all the different things that it does, that we won't go over it all today, but a couple of things that I want to start testing by next week. I want to start inviting people, one at a time, and saying, okay, here it is, and let's talk about it. Like, look at it, test it, create a job, send it to somebody. Let's like the email part. I got to set that up. where it sends out an email to a server inviting them to join as a free server, right? So yeah, all of that stuff is on deck that I need to set up. Let me